What's up, everybody? And today we're finally getting in to some October Halloween stuff. It's that time of year. I'm really excited. I love Halloween like a lot. I think it's awesome. We're watching a video today called The History of Halloween by Mythology and Fiction Explained. I put a poll up probably like, I don't know, like a week ago, and it was basically what's your favorite mythology, and I had like Greek, Roman, Norse, I don't know what, and there was like an other and whatever. Anyway, it got so many votes. People seem to like that stuff, so I might get into kind of like the horror stuff and kind of mythology stuff, and that would be a ton of fun. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. All right. But yeah, the history of Halloween traditions explained by Mythology and Fiction Explained. This should be good. I don't know much about Halloween in general, so I'd like to know a little bit more about it. I know it is like a old school pagan holiday, I'm pretty sure, that seems to just be growing in popularity every single year. Like, I feel like Halloween just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every single year. Do you agree? Because I think so. What do you like the background as well? The zombie hands are reaching for me. I had this up the other day. We played some Back for Blood. It was amazing. If you want to see more Back for Blood as well, let me know in the comments. But for now, let's shut up. Let's pop this up and let's get spooked.
When we think of Halloween, we think of a fun and spooky holiday for those of all ages. The streets are filled with adults and children in all sorts of costumes, from
Not this time. Not this year, though. Or last year. Oh, okay. Just reset
terrifying
them.
monsters to figures of history. And of course Harley Quinn. You can't even turn a corner without seeing at least 5 Harley Quinns.
That's true. I feel like this year as well, it's going to be the people from Squid Game with like the face and the circle or the square or the X. That's all you're going to see if you go out on Halloween this year.
We attend horror-themed events, and we decorate our houses in anticipation for the endless horde of trick-or-treaters that await their candy.
Yeah.
Some prefer to stay indoors and binge on horror movie marathons, and others actively seek a thrill, with haunted houses and mazes becoming extremely popular.
I would do that if I didn't have kids to look after. Like, I would be out doing haunted mansion runs and stuff like that with you guys. I think that would be fun. Maybe we will do that when we're on the bus. Maybe we'll visit some really scary haunted places, and you guys can come along with me. What do you think?
Today we aim to uncover the origins of Halloween, how its traditions came to pass, and why the holiday is loved by so many.
It really is loved by, like, everyone.
It is thought that Halloween originated in Celtic Ireland around 2,000 years ago, with the festival known as Samhain.
Okay.
The festival itself celebrated the divide of the two halves of the year, summer and winter, light and dark. During Samhain, the veils between this world and the other world were at their thinnest, allowing spirits to pass through.
That's cool. That's so cool.
Families would invite lost loved ones and ancestors into their homes to share in their celebrations. And in order to avoid harm from evil spirits, they would wear costumes and masks to disguise themselves.
Don't you think that the world was just more magical back then? Like, not in a sense of like Lord of the Rings magical, but like because people didn't know the reality behind a lot of things. Like, we kind of pretty much have figured most things out on this planet now, right? Like, because everything was still a mystery and the woods were still scary. Like, when someone told you these stories, you had no other choice but to believe them. So the world was that little bit more magical, wasn't it? Oh, I feel like I was born in the wrong era.
The Druids built large sacred bonfires in order to honor the dead and to protect the living. Animals were sacrificed and the year's harvest was prepared for both the living and the dead,
That's
with
so
the
cool.
food made for the dead ritually shared between those who were less well off.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
The Christians believed that Samhain was a pagan holiday, and because of the festival's association with death, the Celtic people and Druids were labelled as devil worshippers.
Of course.
In their attempt
Is it true? Like, I don't know much about this. I don't really know much about religion, but most regular holidays were originally pagan holidays. Like, Easter was a pagan holiday, Halloween's a pagan holiday, Christmas was originally a pagan holiday with a tree and everything. And Christianity kind of evolved them and adopted them, right? The only one is Halloween. Like, I feel like Christianity hasn't really taken over Halloween like it has done with some other holidays. I might be butchering this. I really don't know. Let me know in the comments if I'm correct by saying that. But Halloween does have that weird, like, old school pagan vibe to it, doesn't it? Right? It's kind of cool.
Attempts to wipe out pagan practices, the Christians succeeded in transforming the festival into All Saints' Day, or more commonly known as All Hallows Day.
Oh, okay.
The night before, traditionally known as Samhain, became All Hallows Eve, and eventually Halloween.
There you go.
So where have some of these modern day traditions originated from? We know that dressing up during Halloween originated from the Celts, who dressed up as evil spirits to avoid harm from other evil spirits during Samhain. Although trick-or-treating today mainly consists of children running around on sugar highs collecting as much candy as humanly possible, that wasn't always the case. In medieval Britain, during the All Souls' Day festival, the poor and those in need would beg for food and would often be given salted pastries made from sacred flour and water.
Interesting.
These were named soul cakes. In return, they would pray for relatives who had passed away.
That's something that seems to have kind of dissipated a bit and changed into just regular candy, right? Weird.
The young would also dress up in costume, and they would go door to door collecting food and sometimes even money. In exchange, they would sing, recite poetry, and tell jokes. These traditions were eventually revived in 19th century America by the Irish and Scottish migrants in the form we know today as trick or treat.
That is a creepy picture, isn't it? That is a creepy ass picture right there.
In its early days, the focus was very much on the trick, with pranks and vandalism being commonplace. The town leaders eventually managed to limit the vandalism during Halloween, when they decided to make the holiday center around the young.
Yeah, okay.
So, how's this working?
First, you make a hole at the top, so you can reach in and scoop all the guts out.
This guy and this actor doesn't know how to make a pumpkin? I mean, really? Come on.
So why exactly do we carve pumpkins? We've come to know them as jack-o'-lanterns,
Yeah.
but their origins date back to the 17th century, where their
Holy
name
cow.
meant man with a lantern and would often refer to the night's watchman of a town. The tale of Stingy Jack is believed to be where the tradition began. When Jack died, he was denied entry into heaven, and having previously angered the devil, he was also not allowed into hell. Instead, the devil sent Jack into eternal darkness, with only a turnip filled with coal to light his way.
Interesting.
The Irish and Scottish people began carving creepy faces into turnips, and placing them by their windows in order to scare Stingy Jack and other evil spirits away.
That is creepy. This picture here. Creepy. Really creepy. Firstly, that kid shouldn't have a knife. It's dangerous. Kids shouldn't play with knives. Secondly, turnips. Why not a pumpkin?
When they continued the tradition in America, they found an abundance of pumpkins and decided that these would make a great substitute for turnips. Whether you believe that jack-o'-lanterns keep away evil spirits or not, they have become a staple decoration and symbol of Halloween.
It's true.
Even a game as trivial as bobbing for apples once had more of a significance. In Ireland and Scotland, apple bobbing was used to tell one's fortune as part of the divination game.
Interesting.
You would throw an apple peel on the floor, and the shape of the peel would determine the initial of a future lover.
Interesting.
There's no argument to the fact that Halloween has changed over the years. It appears to have lost its religious origins, and the superstitions surrounding it play little or no part in today's version of the holiday.
Yeah.
Despite how commercialized the holiday has become, it remains one of the most popular. One of the main reasons I enjoy Halloween is because it gives people of all ages the chance to come together for one evening to celebrate the supernatural.
Yeah, I feel like the fact that it's kind of lost its ways, lost its traditions of being more spooky and more supernatural is a shame. Like, we watch the movies, kids trick or treat, they get dressed up, but I like the nitty gritty stuff. I like, Halloween, I want people to be sat around a fire talking ghost stories, What do you guys think? Like, I like these stories, the mythology behind it. I think it's so interesting, so interesting. And you know me, guys, I don't really believe in ghosts and stuff, but I'd love to hear stories about it. Do you know what I mean? Because I might be wrong. It's cool.
We allow imaginations to run wild and embrace creativity. There are no limits or boundaries to whom or what you can become.
Yeah.
If you've enjoyed this video,
I did enjoy
then please
this video.
consider leaving a thumbs up, as it helps promote the video and allows the channel to grow.
I
If
did
there's
like this
anything you'd like
video.
to discuss or have any ideas for future videos, then please let me know in the comments section. As always, I've been your host, Mythology and Folklore Explained.
Alright, go over to that channel. Give it a good old... Oh, look, there's another one. The history of Halloween here. This is BuzzFeed, though, and they'd probably give me a copyright claim. You know what BuzzFeed's like. Yeah.
Every year, millions of people around the country spill in the streets.
Shut up! That was great. That was great. I want to know more about the mythology of Halloween. I think it's super, super, super cool. Super interesting. Especially the older stuff, like the pagan, older, kind of creepy stuff that you don't hear much about these days. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've heard any other stories about the origins of Halloween. Because what it seems to have happened with like modern society is they've taken elements from all these different cultures and kind of adopted into what is traditional Halloween right now. But I want to know the OG stuff. You know, I want to know the old creepy stuff. Let me know in the comments. For now, members, you're beautiful, you're amazing, I love you, I couldn't do this without you. Members, it's been fantastic for the guardsmen and the officers getting to know you in the private Discord. If there is some Halloween scary video games you want me to play, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I'll even, if you remember, I played one episode of Alien Isolation. Maybe I'll carry that on. Or maybe we'll get another horror game. Maybe we'll play some more Back 4 Blood. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, link down below to the OG video as well as my socials and the two different YouTube channels, Original Human Geek and Original Adventure. Check them both out. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.